Greetings and welcome all to another Sunday live stream. Hope you all had a good week. My week was okay. And if anyone's confused about the time I'm starting this, daylight saving time has officially ended for me, so it is 1 o'clock for my time. Anyway, for today, we're delving into some couple of more demos that I've picked up over the past month or so. And today, I figured I would do something a little bit lighter than last week. We had some somewhat dark games. With some Whiskerwood, which is differently dark, but very, very bright presentation. So we will be building a colony of mice under the servitude of cats, who have to supply their cat overlords with the various resources that they demand. Otherwise, they will get punished. And of course, they get taxed after the hell out of that. Hello, Leandro. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Now, this is a demo, of course, so we're not going to be having a lot available. But, you know, we'll just take the settings as they are, because I can't really do anything else. And let's see. Reroll the crew. If I can get some are not sickly. Not sickly. Okay, someone that isn't sickly. A can't spell is fine. Healthy optimist. Take. And decent enough spreader skills. Hey. Let's embark. Now, I have heard of Whiskerwood for some time, and well, the concept intrigues me, but much like other games in the genre, I am a little bit hesitant on how long I will find this particular type of game interesting enough to keep going at it. Anyway, we are at our little island group. What is beyond this world, we will not know. That is not our problem. Right, so pausing things a little bit.
Royal Scout ships identified your assigned archipelago as a potential colony. As part of the Royal Scouting Commission of 1681, 72 such colonies have successfully been established as a result of those brave Claw's efforts. By the King's graceful guidance, yours could be the 73rd such colony. Your most important building will be the trade dock. Without it, your colony cannot repay its debts. Therefore, I implore you to choose an island and construct your dock. Look for ample trees and berry bushes nearby.
Right. I'm just having a quick once over on the various islands that are at disposal, although for this particular run we'll probably just be sticking to the one island we are close to. Trying to gauge where all the resources are. But yeah, this island looks fine enough. Got some copper deposits quite near where we could start. Fairly easy accessible. Flags that could be useful later. Mostly the trees I like. I'm a little concerned about the lack of berries. Alright, some berries over on this side, but that's quite distance away and the trees are blocking it. So we'll have to cut them down. Also, not all that much space to work with, regular buildings. Still, may as well start here. Here comes our supplies and the whiskers. Tails, rather. Whiskers, right? Yeah. Right. Bring them all aboard.
Warehouses are vital to preserving the market value of your tax contributions. Each warehouse has a limited capacity. Watch that you do not satiate your warehouse's capacity on worthless goods. Focus on storing resources that will benefit the kingdom. Logs, cotton, and ores. These goods will keep during long voyages and supply work for whiskers in the royal factories. To reduce carry distances, you should construct the included central warehouse schematic near your trade dock.
That going. Get our supplies. Yeah. Supplies.
Congratulations to you and your fellow colonists. Under commission.
Right, enough of that. Okay, time to get to work. Now, there's a lot of stuff I cannot get in the demo because well, it's locked. For instance, there's an entire tech tree which I will not be able to access because I don't do research because that's not in the demo. I can get some of these buildings, but for now that's not really. Alright, let's start getting set up with some extraction. Definitely need wood, so that's set up. Get trees down here, chopped. We will need a forage hut here. And most importantly, of course, a mining camp here. Right. Hello, Elsie. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you.
Paying taxes to the crown is your primary responsibility. Most colonies pay their taxes with ores.
Right. Well, I don't have many miners, but I'll help you. Now, of course, I can assign everyone to other stuff. That one. I should probably designate some lines. Dig the hole. Dig out. And we get some spares going. This should be enough to start with. Ooh. And get some new whiskers. Right, so I need more miners. Masochist is fine. Nope. Rest we use.
Paying taxes to the crown. Paying taxes.
Right. Extra whisker. The forage hut would require explorers to work faster, but I don't have any of those, so you two in here for now. Got wood coming in. Have some logs. Should get some housing, but really only build either log cabins or stone shelters. I prefer to build stone shelters, bigger stage, but I don't have stone. Yeah, that's a problem. You have 2 construction workers available right now. Get another mining camp set up. Let's see how long we can survive. I say if we can survive it through a year, we're probably good enough. We have still plenty of space still, so good. Now I don't have any construction in need of working. Well, let's clear out this entire section. give us the stone we need. Start designating other stuff. There's lots of mining we can do. Go up and down a little bit. See that there is potentially more lower levels. Right now, my whiskers are all sleeping outside, which is not ideal. But I do not have the means to build housing for them yet, because each one of these houses requires stone. I kind of want to save up my logs. They are also a valued resource. Up the day till we get through this. Get a supply ship tomorrow. Okay, right now everyone is happy enough because we just arrived, but they will start getting mad if I don't give them housing soon. And we are currently in summer, so it's nice and cozy outside. When winter arrives, it will get cold quite fast. While we are waiting for that, so I'm kind of looking for some good fertilities. Set up some farms. We'll need berries at some point. Staple flax will be used for clothing later, but that's not really important right now. There is some areas where we can do that. Having a tree farm set up is definitely a way to make sure that I have enough wood coming in for the foreseeable future, although we'll be using these trees for the time being. Cotton is just a useful cash crop. I don't think there's any islands in this particular area that is really good for it, but it is also a stable resource that we can sell. Yeah, because it is about worth as much as copper ore. And the thing with copper ore is we will eventually run out on our island. Then we have a slight problem. I don't have the tech really to go to another island. I mean, I can build bridges. I think. Technically. It is very steep. But that is what it is. Alright, so I can ask for more supplies if I want to, but that requires getting more. That means I have to pay more taxes. Right now, I don't need all these supplies. I'll just take the smallest. I don't want to upset the walls at this time. I have some stone. Let's start getting some. Now, obviously no one can build it because I don't have any workers available. As long as there is a path available, that's fine. We'll get a whisker ship tomorrow, so hopefully get enough work. Plenty of ores. Be more than sufficient. Storage priority is... I have to set it per se. I kinda do want you to focus on the food. I mean, it is irrelevant exactly where they go, because the flax is on a different level and I have not built any bridges, so I can't get to it. There's over here, so they can these trees as needed. I can't afford to let my approval fall too low. But for now, we are still fine. Approval. Ships come in, please.
Other matters demand your attention. Housing is not a luxury. Some whiskers have already resorted to makeshift camps. I implore you to provide us shelter. We can't...
Alright. Build some housing. That is in the works, but it requires the arrival of the stuff. Right, the tax collector has arrived. Notice his guns. If we do not pay taxes, they will shoot us. For now, however, that is not a problem. Right, that's probably a little bit too much. As you pay your taxes, you would pay a little bit less, but anyway, get a couple of extras as a reward. Now, I kind of want the schematic for sure, so a little bit more. A large shipment. Now, I don't want to do that too often, because as I overpay, they will start demanding more, I think. And eventually, I will just not be able to keep up with them. Anyway, what do I need right now? I need some Explorer Guild people. Search, okay, I can't do that. Heavy ET. Take it, he's cheap. We need miners per se, but also... Okay, I'll just take everyone. Okay, we can get... Not what I wanted. Oh, give me... Ah! Fine, I'll take it. And... take the machinery as well. Yep. Hoping for slightly more useful building. Yep, putting up the claw's visage. Fine. But it's not really all that important right now. Okay.
Other matters demand...
Housing needs have that satisfied so far. Stone shelters are basically just the bare minimum required. It'll suffice. Let's start setting up stairs to levels. I don't want to get up. Our mining. Having 4. Can't tell if there's more in the mountain. Oops. Sometimes I'm having difficulty seeing the right sea level. Okay, Google is still holding steady.
There have been reports of pirates' ransom demands in your part of the world. Under no circumstances are you to yield, or to even consider paying their exaction. Should your colony survive, report back the pirates' shakedown tactics.
Okay. Well, you will not know. Oh, wait, no. You have a pirate blockade over 2 days, so you have some time. There. Well, prepare is a big word in this case. I don't need logs. I don't particularly need planks. Take the minimum shipment again. Our tax is low. We have plenty of supply we can trade for. Who do I have available? Probably swap this over. There. You are much more happy and work much better conditions. Food supply is currently fine, but if we can stop these on this level. Use the job priority this side a little bit. Definitely need more expedition. Get out the trees faster. Meantime, need to start setting up planks. We have planks. Set up a single farm. Set up a farm up here. We also will need to start thinking about setting up some services. but that requires a lot of planks. You could do with a sawmill at some point. Can afford that. Put that over here. Yeah. You can work here. Work here. And for now, I need you to set up some berries. Here. That'll do. Not at risk of running out of trees anytime soon. Yeah. This game does remind me a lot of Timberborn, for instance. So with slightly different aesthetic, of course. And also a slightly different overall progression. The mice also feel a little bit more lively, I'd say, than the beaver. But again, different studios, and after all, this is a game sponsored by Hooded Horse, so, you know, being published by Horse, I should probably say. Same difference, but, you know, semantic. Approval is still good, and our overlords are still pleased. Tax collectors coming. Okay, let's try again for a blueprint. Something good, please. Pepper, yes. Except you. Take you. I'll take the other miner. Yes, 17 total whiskers. A plank blockhouse. Take it. And I'll take the spare scrap. Alright, so obviously we cannot build this right now, but this will make housing some of our whiskers a little bit easier. Right now I want to keep everything compact, so it'll make it a little bit easier to keep things warm. I need... Ooh. And did I have... you working here? Very second. First. Like, fairly good conditions for them. really. Get rid of these trees though. And we need a food. Fishing dock going as well. Yeah, potentially. I mean, technically, if I wanted to, could put housing over here. But that requires logs that I currently am out of. Have planks. I would like to get the cafe going. Why is the placement blocked? Right, because I don't have that. Yeah, people are unhappy. That means we get no more whiskers for a bit. Okay. That's quite enough planks for now. Pirate blockade. Well, we'll wait for this a little bit, because I need to stock up on some planks. Or logs. False construction. Wait until the last seconds, because once I refuse, pirates will shoot me. If they do, they will likely break all my stairs. For some reason, they will always aim for stairs. Quite annoying, because I need those. Often they trap some of my whiskers on plateaus where I cannot reach them until I restore them, but in order to restore stairs, I need logs. I'm just gonna wait until I have a supply of logs ready to go. A little bit easy. I should also get some storage sheds at some points, but now, not important enough. Wait till the very end. I really don't need you to throw flags. Are out of things to mine. Deal with that first. May as well also go for this. Just to give the miners something to do. Okay.
There have been reports of pirates.
Okay, we get some machinery. Perfectly fine. We rebuild stuff. Can't afford any of these, so Go away. We are running low on food. That is unfortunate, but nothing much I can do about that. Berries are not yet ready. Let's resume construction there. At least they did not destroy all my bridges. Good. Yeah, I'm not gonna beat the unhappiness here. Just gonna have to be what it has to be. There's some gold here, ore here. And I'm out of logs. This. Alright, X-Collector. We want this, so much shipment. Gonna need food. Let's get the higher thing. Can afford it. Wind chime. Really, wind chimes? Going down. Plank boat. I'll take the plank boat. Steel rations. Get some food going. I want it. Fine. Now we get some fish coming in.
You have been entrusted by your fellow Whiskers to lead their colony. This is the highest honor any Whisker can attain. The teeming masses of mainland Whiskers are pleading to live in colonies such as yours. They wish only to serve the crown on a wild island such as yours. Do not disappoint them. Grow your colony to 21 Whiskers, so you can start paying some real taxes.
Hello, dear. No, you can't help. I already have enough cats demanding my attention. Have planks. Is now enough to get my stuffs and go. Placement locked. Should be able to do. Why do I need to put it on stilts? It should work just fine like this. Putting it on top of the storage is not the deal. I wanted this thing to be somewhat centralized. Hoping I put it up and for some reason it will not let me. Dome shelters are just not strong enough. central. Yes. I just use this for housing, I hope. Why is the placement marked? Can I only put filters on top of this? Passing the problem. Yes, it was. Find them. Cancel this. Yeah. And now finally get some this. We now will need planks.
Please, may we have better housing?
Hey, it's the next thing on the list. Wait, I'm gonna put you. Nice ship. Let's not overindulge. The cafe, anyone can work here. Just have you in here. That should be a more central location for Tails to get their food supplies. Much more cozy place. I think the berries are starting to get harvested. That should help with our food situation. The cafe can only supply so many tails. We have to be a little bit concerned about that. I think we are pretty much done here. Let's move this here so they don't have to run all the way over there, way back and forth to get stuff. I was going to set up some storage sheds. Reduce the amount of walking that my tails have to do. Relatively close to the warehouse, but I know you're feeling off, but it's only 2 o'clock. Ish. Sorry, Tiggy is definitely a little bit confused about the times. It's not yet dinner time. And either way, you're a little bit early. Even on the summertime, it would still only just be 3 o'clock. An hour too soon. Okay, hopefully this has made people a little bit happier. We're starting to get to the end of summer. Okay, a little bit happier, but yeah, we definitely get people housing. Blank abode would be nice, but there are very few places where I can put one. Unless I want to build them on the water, but I don't necessarily want to do that. Okay. Well, at least we have plenty of copper ore to send over. I'll keep the gold ore just for now. Give me something good. I'm kind of hoping he's gonna give me the blueprint for one of those thin housing. Yes. I know I need to grow, but I can't because I will not get any approval until the end of the day, and you'll be going away. Alright, fine, I'll take the fuel, but that's not gonna help. About setting up some plank abodes. Build out to the sea. I don't have the technology yet, but otherwise I would go with the full Dutch reclamation of land. But this will do for now. Place that path with planks. Planks. A little bit neater. Don't necessarily have a use for the flax, but we can at least sell that. Okay, food is fine. Not necessarily more stuff. Kind of need more people chopping wood. Also a little bit reluctant to else. Must. I need more logs. Yep, still not getting any approval. And the clothing is starting to run out. Get a whisker ship today, which we can accept anything from. This storage I kind of want to just use for the berries. I think I can do a logistic hub. Not in a demo. Yeah, that is also something we can do. We have the weaver over here. Still don't have any approvals. All of you unfortunately have to go. How are we flying? Kind of do want to keep all that. Looks like we have something over there we can mine potentially. Shaft. That's still part of the system. Here. Hole. Much of this mountain I do not know about. Plenty of machinery. Machinery will eventually run out. Get another plank blockhouse. And I want to keep the planker boats available for anyone that's a owner. Bramble over here. Can't do anything just yet. Hopefully... Yeah, we're almost halfway there. Food is still in good supply. We have a surplus going. The fishing will be able to continue the winter, but yeah, berries will definitely be growing. Alright, well the difference is already getting a little bit better. Tax collector comes today. That's put in some stairs. A shed. Anyway, tech ship. We're running out of our surplus of copper, but we still have enough. 12 copper will get bonus. For that for now. Please give me. And whiskers I cannot accept. That's fine though, most of them didn't look like I used them anyway. Smokery. Fish. That'll do, it'll do. Take the food. That'll definitely make my tails happy. I get around to it. Please don't be finicky with the plank path. I have to start paying in flax for a bit. So I can keep the spare room in my storage. Don't want the flax to be there. 15 houses. I want you to go face him. Still too much of a difference to get those houses up. Rain, I believe that may be helping both crops. Get the fancier. You have nothing to do, you say. I believe you. Go and collect that. Link path. Dang it, I blocked them in. Although they're going the long way around. Well, I'll solve that later. They'll make do. Temperature's already getting somewhat low. Two tails left that need housing. Should be able to reach that. Okay. Cancel that one. Yeah. Can't be too much about the clothing yet. So I should probably start getting the weaver place. Have any pirates? 3 days. See if we can get some housing finished. We want to reduce the amount of tax I have though. One more time I'll gamble on this. We are starting to run low on copper. Just a regular ship. Blank row house, finally! Let's give me the old rags, please. Fine, please. We have no need for flax right now. You can help with the construction. Like a row house. Taller. But overall a much more efficient fit. Fill up plenty of machinery. Be fine. Plenty of food. Somebody's replacing their cloaks. And it doesn't look like they're wearing cloaks or anything, but for the sake of argument, I believe that they are. Hopefully that'll bring up morale a little bit. Really wish you just finished our house. Alright. Approval. Yay. That outside modifier is still bad. Start digging for copper. Have you work over here. Certainly a lot of coal in here. Like how they put up some wood barriers to keep the sea out, so you can't just make artificial lakes. Okay, what do I need right now? Probably need at least. And you? No sickly people. Food people. But I can't have you. But that at least gives us the...
You have been entrusted by your fellow with...
That reduces... Oh, yep. It's starting to get cold. Need to prepare for winter. I really want these houses finished, please. That you here. Set this one to high priority. Really, one freaking plank. You mean you can't find your path back? Well, at least everyone has a house. Still don't have. Couldn't build faster. Well, shouldn't affect happiness too much and get my approval up. Finish the construction, please. How do you mean you have no food? There. Oops. That'll do. Right.
Please, may we have...
And that gives us approval. Right. I don't want a heavy eater. Loner. Let's go for the day. Whole warehouse I'll take. Take the stairways then. Come on, more industries. Where are you? Dirty bath. Oh, right. Amenities. I forgot about that. Workday is done. Almost winter time. Right. Now we're starting to get into slight issues of cold. Right, higher blockade. This time we don't have to refuse cooperation. We can just give them what they want. I don't want much. I'll give them machinery and some woven cloaks and go away. You can of course refuse, but I am in the mood to rebuild. Planks. Speed up some construction. This needs X. So the only source of heat I get in this, the campfire, which is fine, but it is also, well, kind of polluting. And it's only temporary, so I have to keep eyes on it. And right now, of course, the campfire I have below the floorboards here. Lots of places that need. Get all that sorted. All of a sudden, the game turns into Frostpunk. Yeah, dangerous, Nicole. I am aware. Have some cut stone. Give them something to fear. Okay, no storage in destination. Are out of storage planks. Annoying. We have fuel, we can turn fish into smoked fish. We don't currently have any fuel because we don't have any charcoal burners. This building for now will just have to stay idle. It is fine though, my tails will easily just that. Okay, on to winter we go. Okay. Killed balls, ate food, crab surrounding, hard labor. Okay, there we go. Okay, the winter has arrived. Means that we'll get one more supply ship, and then for the rest of the winter we get basically nothing. So if you're not ready, you will die. And we should have enough machinery to last us through the winter. Big cheap shipment. Because whatever cost we incur, we will still have to pay in taxes, of course. Digging for I can also keep digging for the gold. Sure how we're gonna get there. I'll have to dig underneath my buildings. But let's just see about construction of the house and of this bathing dock. Get another plank house. Can I get a plank out? Can? Well, I have some. Think you're not doing anything. Put you back out. Idle output full. Can't put it anywhere. That is not great. Wondering why enough was getting done. There's just a lot of useless material. I want the stone cutter. Get rid of some of the stone, because I don't have another use at the moment. I want to build graves, but get to the winter. Yeah, the food does worry me a little bit. That's fine for now. I was setting up a stone path over there. Up a fire. Right. Placement is why wouldn't it not? Yeah, I know it's placement blocked, but why is it blocked? Like if there was placement blocked. Put it over there. Why is this a problem? Kind of hoping that I could put this fire here at least. Can put it on the building. It is solid ground. What the heck are you on about? Guess the game is being a little bit too clever with. I mean, that's a little bit annoying, but yeah. Because there is a building called the Stone Dump that the game has been off. Oh, it's somewhere in here. Yeah, here, the Stone Dump. I can use to create technically a bit of land out in the sea. Bathing house ready. Well, let's also make sure that this area has some. Planks are put into planks. Right. 3 days we get another supply ship, so we'll have to survive until then. At least they can now get them clean. Oh, it startles the Whiskers every time they get past this statue. The statue shifts a bit. Right, going for the swim. I think this fire has gone out. Started. I really want. Please finish building the house. Yeah, there goes all the approval, that's fine. Out. But, well, I have made it through a winter before. Should be able to do this. Depends a little bit on how much the island screws you over sometimes. You wonder about better ways of. It does look like there's interesting ways of getting. I can't place that there. Give them some beauty. Overhang gardens. Flanks again. Still plenty bushes. One is unable to find a tap. Can't reach home. Pretty sure I did not lock your home. And at least we have now everybody able to get some sleep. Should have an over surplus. In a second, I'll what I do. Yeah, a little bit of approval. I'll take it. This house needs to die. On the path through here. Of that. I should probably also set up a fire over this thing. Don't want any of my kills to die. That would serve me up. Half is finally done. Just fine. They're a little cold. Stone cutter. I have a 2. Warehouse. Ready. That should hopefully shorten the supply lines a little bit. Getting their fur cleaned. Few more days until the supply ship arrives. Tomorrow, exactly. We're almost through winter. And we broke even. Comfortable housing, say, pleasant surroundings, that's all working fine. We'll sleep. Out. Who is in a house that's... Clover should really get their own house then. So food. Food is a problem. Let's set the forage. The berry bushes up. Flax at present time. Mountain is not really made to be scaled. It's a bit difficult to get higher. Okay, supply ship. I need food, please. You have food. Please winter surcharge. You have... Click the hot tub. Now they might not have been able to reach a house in time. And that's why they might have slept outside. I will want to establish smallish settlements around the island as you go, but for this initial setup, this is fine enough. Also, some sentiment may have been lingering. Over to get reassigned to. Hopefully no one will die from the kill, but here. Still not through with the trees. Reason to change any of that. Okay, the burn has... I can't heat you up out on the docks, that's just happen. Just enough food for everyone. Warehouse is full. Set up another small warehouse. Take a plank pad. Everyone up a little bit. My planks are gone. Built the warehouse. Well, I could build houses over on the other side of the island. The problem is, to build them, they have to walk a long way. I don't have any real amenities or reason to go there. And since I don't really want to build another cafe, probably help. Missed. I don't want to build another cafe necessarily. I kind of want everyone here close by, because otherwise they will also not eat correctly. Fire has gone out near the farm. Good thing we still have plenty of logs. Approval. Got that. And taxes are going to get a little bit high. But winter is almost done. So far, no one has fallen sick or died, so counting that. And looks like the berries have been producing, though admittedly they are not doing great in this weather. Just gonna go with the full amount because of the surcharge. We have plenty of goods in storage that they will accept. Yes, slowly turning stone into stone. That should be nice. Now we'll just focus on building a path. Path over this direction. I don't want to move you right at the moment because you're gonna better benefiting fire. Like every bill, food supply is good enough. Get that smokery up and running, but fuel. Three days until the next attack ship. Make do. So it's kind of claiming that we not most out of this. I mean, Toro's Guild doesn't really mind the cold weather that much, right? Okay, that one, I think. Yeah, still some people claim they have stepped outside. I presume that's the miners over on this side. The rest is all fairly okay. Mild pollution. See, that's the problem with the campfires. straight up path over to the sailing house. Don't need more mining per se, but I don't want to die out on first once. Looks like there is some more stuff out here. Oh, I am not fussed about getting that. Really, I would like some more gold and stuff. Speaking of gold, how are we doing on this side? Looks like we are digging it. Dug out that layer. Whole seam is not big, but it's good enough. Mining camp would like to stay warm. There. That camp there. We are getting quite good at removing the tree. Like this tree gone. Then I can step up the summit. Let's be a great deal more. I don't want to plank over any fertile soil, necessarily. Okay. Can't reach home. Why can you not reach? Nothing wrong with your home. I'm fairly certain I did not place a path way, so be able to. I have enough cut stone now, so we can get the furnace going. More approval. Take it. Right. Last day of winter. Cold shouldn't be as bad. Let's go to have all the campfires going that we. I just noticed this one is dying. Gas going. Okay. Back circular stairs will do. Fancier stairs. Access to copper ore and berries if we can. Still digging materials. Well, money-wise, we should be fine. We are well overproduced. I was looking for places where I can maybe do some farming stuff other than at the berries. Probably put some fields up here, just so we have something other than copper to sell. Farm is probably fine. Not bother with that. Gonna get another supply ship, but it's still 3 days until we get a whiskey. That is so long. Get to the end of winter. Yeah, we pretty much run out of things we can do. I can showcase in the demo because I don't think we're gonna get any more assignments, quests. We can essentially just keep on going indefinitely, kinda. Eventually we'll run out of stuff. At least there's no pirates on the. Oh, that charcoal furnace is running. Connected path. Obviously work, but fine. And maxed out. One person slept outside. People are cold. Pollution is a problem. We're in spring. Now, it's not immediately warm, of course, but shouldn't need bonfires. Errol. May as well go to the boosty. Right, the tax collector has arrived. Yeah, plenty to sell you. I'll technically sell or acquire to give. A little bit too much coal, but that'll do. Okay, supply ship. I need. We are running out. And so this one will do. The stone dump, yes. And get the fuel. Do I have... Start getting some smoking going. In that case, those bit of path. Stone dump there. The stone dump is definitely something like a temporary building. There's no great need to keep it around once it's done its job. And you can, I think, use it to build land bridges to other islands, if they're close enough. So, to be honest, you can also do that with passing. Yeah, we can just pass over to the other islands. And not going to do that right now, because there's no particular point to do that. Worker, will do. And so he's now gonna put stones in here till we've created a bit of land. Drop area locked. Here and work. That has now created a bit of land. Can now put a campfire, I think. Yep. Room's nice and warm. Thing will start to heat up soon. Still max. Much else has changed. Okay. While it is technically still fairly cold. My ship, just machinery will do. Food, that is a problem. So we do have some food now. But in order to get more food, I need whiskers. Well, at least the berries coming in fine now. Temperature goes up. Nutrients in the soil are going away, but you don't get access to fertilizer in the demo. Storage is getting filled up. I think probably almost done here. Yeah, I've pretty much proven that I can survive through the winter, and pushing all the way to summer is not really going to show anything different. Kinda need more workers who don't do anything. See how happy people are about being able to eat food. So, as some people are heading over to the central warehouse, it does suggest that the Bok Cafe is no longer able to serve it. can only really handle 21. So we might want to get another. Okay. They like the smoked fish a lot. Salted and delicious. Although interestingly, while we can sell raw fish, the cats, they will not have cooked fish. For some reason, they don't like that. At the very least, I cannot sell it to them. The tax collector. And that gets rid of some of copper, or I don't have any particular use. And the regular shipment. But all the blueprints are pretty much neat. Yeah, it is probably time to do that. Okay. Let's see. A loner and a pessimist. Knowles and an unsafe work. No. Rude. I do need food producers, so I'll take you. I have no more use for miners. Now turn again. Let's see. Get the stowaway. Could be good. Okay, the berries are still not doing great. Ground's still probably frozen. Yeah. Not gonna get too much productivity out of that. We are out of space for pretty much it. Anywho. Think that's pretty much all I have to show you of Whiskerwood. Looking forward to this one. On my wish list. Eventually, it says they will release later this year. As yet, I have not yet seen a particular release date coming. So we'll see. Meantime, I'll switch over to something else. It'll capture correctly. Okay. DrainSim. You can already kind of guess what this is about. Gonna be entering some flooded areas and we're gonna be draining them. Kind of satisfying to do. I think it'd be a nice change of pace. Start a new game. The basic tools. Start with the tutorial. Not that it is very interesting, but it does showcase a couple of things that we will not be other map that we have available. So I'm kind of curious if they fix the particular bug in the second map in a funny, if somewhat frustrating to deal with. Do it. Yeah. We don't need this map. Go pick up a wrench. interact with the hydrant. Opened and it's flooded the entire street, aside from the rain. Back with it. There we go. And time to get the break. Of course, this street does have a storm drain. Or it's a couple of drains, but they are not draining at the moment. So, looking kind of straight at it now. There it is. Kind of see it in the bubbles and the leaves. Usually 4 rakes is enough. Clean it up. So the game is kind of helpfully pointing out where the drains are. Being blocked by, well, I will charitably call mud and leaves, although it doesn't look like that. Drain over here. And mind you, it only shows this stuff in the tutorial. It does not show this at all in the main game, as far as I've seen. Okay, street is getting drained. Big drain could be draining quite well. Though, as it is draining, it will accumulate new debris. Heat map. Go pick up the generator. Behind the house. We also have a big puddle over here that we do not want. Up the generator. Activate it. Pick up this lamp. Guess we need that. Some of the controls I'm still not entirely sure of. Like, for instance, I'm pretty sure there is a way to turn this lamp while you're holding it, but... Wait. Power cable. Nope. Power cable. Got the lamp. Okay. Time for the shuffle. And apparently the neighbor wants our water. Well, he can have it. Bad. Let's make sure that the water can keep flowing. But this is kind of satisfying to look at. The water physics do look kind of neat. Not sure how accurate they are, but they look kind of neat. Like the water draining quite well. Seeing anything being held up specifically. This, like it's gonna hook up again. Give the water a hand by bucket. scan the remaining water. Not sure what this accomplishes exactly because it doesn't show me particularly relevant info. And toss the water down here. How to water the scoop. Right, backyard is clear. Back to the rake. The drains have started to clog up again. These ones are not doing anything anymore because they're too far away from water. Still probably a good idea to keep them clear, just in case all water keeps flowing in. It's raining, so eventually could be getting back up. The water vacuum. Right. Got the water vacuum. Just suction all the water off the street. Help the overall level. Get rid of these puddles. Because these don't count to the official thing. Creatures almost. Backyard stuff that still needs. Nope. And we get a rating. 5 stars. Yay! Put to the garage. Yeah, the basic premise is kind of that we are in charge of draining stuff because the official people cannot get through because the road is blocked because of the flooding. Tutorial mission, we are done there. We can select our tools. Shop first. We don't need an inflatable barrier or another side light. We will need some pumps. It's probably fine. Can't quite afford another generator, but fine. Bring that along. I mean, I'll put them on the truck since we have the weights. There's no other tool I can currently select. Mission is Midtown Markets. Starting at 10 AM, canal to the pipe water. That's pipe water into the cafe. I'm not sure how to read this. Anyway, let's start the Midtown Market. This is slightly more involved cleanup. Although the principle is still much the same. They fixed the bug. Okay, so initially, when I first started this mission, water would come pouring out of these houses and completely cover this entire area. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Right, so we have this puddle here that needs to be cleared up. Fair enough, I guess. And we can pour it into the canal if we want to. Obviously, we will. However, that is not the biggest concern here. I want to get to the other side of the street. That, though, I will find it. We'll need a rig. I will want the generator. Actually, that's some of which I might have in my hand. Okay, let's start setting these up. Pumps are kind of neat. Well, they do what you expect a pump to do. A couple of places here that are slightly drag the hose over there. You can also use these pumps to fill the inflatable barriers. I'm just trying to figure out where the exact area is so flooded it's difficult to have the I would like to get out, please. Set the generator up. Can. Enable this one. Pump. Yeah. Maybe. Also possibly set up some dikes. Turn this on. Then we can set the pumps active. Yeah, it's working. Okay, so there's a slight quirk in that if I put this generator on the ground here, it will not work because it, well, it can't breathe. So obviously do that. Now, this doesn't do anything immediately because, well, where's the water supposed to be going? That's fine. Now I have my hands free for the rest of the tools. First off, I don't need people anymore. A rake. Vacuum. Deal with the central area first, and we'll deal with the rest later. Okay, so on the map, there's a couple of places where we can see where the drains are. To clear these, we'll also need to find the cafe that is flooded. Now, I know where the drains are. Start clearing them out. That the flooding can get this bad. definitely suggests that nobody's taking care of these drains. Overall, there's a lack of water management. Pretty sure that is clear now. Sometimes it doesn't quite work. The game is... It is just a demo. The game is still not out. So I'm expecting some things need to be moved upon. Premise is definitely interesting. One of those dad games, I feel like, in the style of Power Wash game. Yeah, something like that. Or the occasional time when YouTube somehow recommends that I watch some Australian guy clear drains. Somehow always just another grease trap that is filled up because the owner decided, oh, we don't need to clean that. Crikey. I don't know if he sounds like that. I can't watch with the sound on. I mean, granted, it's not always the grease trap, but it's often the trap. Okay. I think I get them all. Oh, this still needs to clear it. I think that's all the drains. Okay. While that is going on, let's go over to the cafe. And drains do their work. You can tackle the cafe in a couple of ways. If I had more pumps and generators, I would possibly consider just, you know, bring one pump over here and pour him out. But since we have the infinite vacuum, just gonna drain it manually. Draining of this cafe can be a little bit deceptive. As you can see, the floor here is now getting fairly well low. Yet the level in the cafe is not really going down all that much. That's because water behind here also needs to be cleared. For some reason this is blocking off. I think I've cleared everything behind here. That's just left out here. Also, it is impossible to not knock that sign down. We're almost done, and the cafe is clear. Okay, back to drain duty. Where now the drains have filled up. You should probably just ensure that those leaves and debris don't get back into the drains. But that's not currently part of our tasks, and I can also guess that there's probably a lot of stuff still floating about in this. murky looking water. So far I've not managed to get 5 stars on this mission, but I don't know why exactly. Is it a time thing? Is it missed some water somewhere? It's a little unclear. However, we are making progress. The overall water level is already below street level, below the third level. Yeah, these drains do fill up quick. Should have the center clear soon enough. Keep doing a round of this now. Not entirely sure why it looks like that. Sitting area here is also getting nicely drained. Oh, look at that. Almost getting dry. We've almost reclaimed this land. I'm not entirely sure how much these blocks affect the overall water level. Right, all done. Sure that there's no stray water to fill with my ore. Check these alleys. Wherever it says there is water there. Okay. Done. Drains can have a little bit more. I'm not entirely sure why the water would stay in here. Okay. Like things are progressing quite nice. Much I can do here. Clear out these drains again. So that this central area is done. That noise definitely indicates that the pump is saying, we have nothing left to drain here, boss. Turn that off. Pretty much the same. Yep. How are we doing? Really just to the left. Left. Go at the left puddle around here. Okay, all done. In that case, I will need you. And the generator. Probably need to get this little section out. Get out this little pump. Bit difficult to say exactly where this point is, but like probably fine. And try to drag the hose close to the river as I power cable. Fortunately, we cannot hook up to this thing. That is also why we do not need light. Go deal with that. There you go. Clear out some more puddles. The water physics do work in a way that things can refill if the source problem is not solved. This. Double checking there's no more water supplies off that I need to solve. And I would like to get a good actually is there. That is the one thing I've found with these this scenario is that once we finish all the objectives, there's no going back to finish it up. They'll instantly just award you the prize. Could be good. No debris in here. Be clear for now. Not sure if the rain is hard enough that it will fill in stuff. Get this out, right? This area. Okay, but this does not show any water, so I don't think it's part of the map. Worry about. I mean, really, there should be a drain here to deal with this water. Not sure what this is. I mean, guess water, but placement is. Regardless, I don't recognize. Dependency. Sitting area. So to be frank, the sitting area should have its own drain. Like my pump. Sure that all corners are clear. We are waiting. Final thing. I'm sure moves fast considering it started at 10 AM. Alright, let's go check what's going on in the back alley. Might have to move the... I mean, I did consider that maybe I was taking too clear this, but not sure how much faster I could have done it. Okay. 80? A 1-star rating. Okay. I have no idea what I'm doing wrong then. Back to the garage. I mean, I guess I need to be finished before the sun sets. Closing the mission. I don't want to do this again. I mean, I like the premise of the game. I want to do the same level over and over. To drive myself. I mean, I must be missing something. Back to your garage, please. Trying to go into the shop. Shop. Let's buy another one. Pumps. Generator. Buy the whole game for 15 bucks. Not too bad a price. Alright, let's do a little bit of a side mission. Once, if you ever run out of cash, I guess this is some way to gain more cash. Do a bit of magnet fishing. Conveniently, we're just using the same canal. Luckily at a slightly better time of day. But magnets. Let us toss the magnet. And we got nothing. Okay. Well, I see some things over there. Try to get those. Thieves. Okay. Dropped something. It's a bike. Hooked something in. It's a crate. Green. Not sure you can pick those up with a magnet, but you know. Can hit the. Nope. Got the safe. Come on. The pull-in mechanic. Ooh. Ashtray. Perfect. Just what I wanted. A little bit more force. Scooter. Yeah, those get thrown in the rivers a lot. Got something? Trash can lid, yay! See if I can find something else. Fish. Here. Did we grab hold of something? We can get that big metal crate over there. That's probably just another safe. Let's kind of take the sport out of magnet fishing if you can see what you're going for. Come on, get out. It's stuck. This thing is really heavy. I do not understand this pulling up mechanic. The other safe was going to cooperate. I only have time until it goes dark. There we go. Camera. and now I can't see anything. Hey! Yay, so worth it. But yeah, that's my little look at DrainSim. A fun idea itself. Curious to see what other implementations we can have. I mean, played as farmland that we maybe get to do. There's a mountain over here. I'm sure there's rivers that I can't quite see. Map. This could be a river, based on the squiggliness. Then again, this is a road. Pretty sure. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to show for today. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And guess we'll see what's up next week, because I am not entirely sure if I have got anything particular left to show. Depends a little bit on what there are some demos are actually going to be improved a little bit, because some of them were a bit broken when I found them. Anyway, like I said, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you all next time. Bye.